A major advantage in Plant's P&ID is the smart schematic. One of the things is that you can move components and everything kind of repairs itself. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this hand valve right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab it. Notice whenever I move this over, if I grab it by this grip right here, all I have to do is drop it and it moves it over and everything is kind of healed up and take the line, rejoins everything. And even if I take it by the grip and then I move it completely off the line, it's as though the component was never ever there. Now let's go ahead and take our valve. We'll select that. Make sure we catch it by the grip so we see the move component. And we'll put it back on our line over here using our nearest snap to get that on there. Now notice whenever we put it back on, everything's fine again. It's all rejoined. So those things are kind of built in there. Whenever I select it, you'll see this arrow that drops down. That's a substitution arrow. And with that, we can substitute for another type of valve. We'll go ahead and go through a couple of different types of valves that you have. We'll go ahead and put this check valve in. And notice whenever you have the check valve, you can even change the direction of the flow. Another thing that we can do is we can move the S lines very easily. Let's go ahead and select a line here. And notice it selects everything that's connected in the line. You see these blue diamonds? This is going to allow us to move that S line parallel. So if you select that and then you can pull it up in a distance, you'll notice it moves the S line and anything that's connected with the S line is going to move with it. So if you see we can do that, automatically makes the corner there. And a very simple way for moving your S line, keeping everything intact. One thing that we can do with an S line, in addition to some of the other examples that we've discussed, if you click on this line, you'll see that there's a plus sign at the end of the line, and that's going to allow you to continue routing your line. So all you need to do is drag it out, and you can even continue in multiple directions. Works on the opposite end, not just at the arrow end, but at both ends. You'll see that you have a plus sign here as well that you can use to lengthen or shorten the line. And it's as easy as that. And depending on the component that you choose, you can also change some of the things by the properties. Go ahead and do a right click here and go to the properties, and you'll see that we could change the color of that line. We could change its line type scale or its line weight. I mean, we can even go in and we can tag the line. So we could choose a size for it, go in and choose a spec, a pipeline service, and then we can even give it a pipeline number. If you want to assign a tag after or place an annotation after assigning this tag, just go ahead and check that off. And then you can go ahead and drop that in. And you still have others. You can come in and you can, there's other information that you can edit, such as manufacturers, model numbers, and with different components, you'll also have different options. So these are just some of the things related to moving equipment and ways that you can easily modify your P&ID drawing in Plant 3D.